Everything in this food bag is all the food I need for a 3-day backpacking trip. And it all came from a normal grocery store. And the total cost for all of my meals, snacks, and electrolytes in this bag comes out to about the same price as 3 store-bought freeze-dried dinners. A lot of people, especially beginner backpackers, think backpacking food has to be complicated and expensive, but it really doesn't. In this video, I'm going to show you exactly how simple it can be. When beginner backpackers start planning their first backpacking trip, food is often where things get really confusing fast. Questions start to pop up like, should I buy those store-bought freeze-dried meals? Do I need a food dehydrator? Do I need to make my own meals? How many calories should I be eating each day? How much food should I bring? What if I'm hungry the whole time? What if I don't like the food I packed? If we haven't met yet, hi, I'm Kathleen, a food-motivated hiker, solo backpacker, backpacking coach for women, and the Hungry Hiker here on YouTube. And in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to create a simple 3-day backpacking meal plan using only food from a grocery store. No dehydrator, no freeze dryer, no trail math, and no complicated planning. I've used grocery store food for everything from quick weekend trips to hiking sections of the Pacific Crest Trail. So if you've been feeling overwhelmed about what to eat on a backpacking trip, this video should help make things a lot simpler. One of the biggest reasons why food feels overwhelming for beginners is because there are just so many decisions you have to make. People start thinking, what food should I pack? How much food do I need? What if I'm hungry? What if I'm not hungry? What if I hate everything I brought? And when you start looking online, it can feel like every backpacker out there has a completely different system. Some people are cooking gourmet meals with fresh food in the backcountry. Some people are dehydrating everything. And some people are living off of candy bars and tortillas. So let's make this easy because backpacking food doesn't have to be complicated in order for it to work really well. In my experience, there are basically 3 levels of backpacking food. Level 1 is grocery store backpacking food. This is the cheap and easy option. Food that's simple, affordable, and either doesn't need to be cooked at all or just requires boiling water. This is what most beginners start with. Level 2 is basic DIY backpacking food. This might include simple dehydrated ingredients that you either make yourself or buy online and then assemble into meals. Level 3 is advanced backpacking food. This is where people are preparing and dehydrating or freeze drying all of their own meals at home. Now, a lot of beginners think they need to jump straight to level 3 in order to be a real backpacker, but you really don't. Level 1 will get you through a majority of backpacking trips. Level 2 is optional. And level 3 is usually for people who generally enjoy food prep, have dietary restrictions, or are preparing for much longer trips. You're allowed to keep your food simple. You're allowed to stay at level 1. Even as an experienced backpacker, I still use grocery store food for a lot of my trips because sometimes it's just easier. DIY food can be awesome in certain situations. For example, if you're preparing for a thru hike or a section hike, if you have dietary restrictions, if you really enjoy cooking and food prep, if you want long-term cost control, or if you want complete control over your ingredients. But if you're heading out on a weekend trip or a short backpacking adventure, grocery store food is usually the quickest and easiest way to get started. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. So here's the simple framework I use when planning backpacking food for a trip. Every day on trail should include breakfast, a quick or no-cook lunch, dinner, 3 to 5 snacks, electrolytes, and something fun, a little morale booster. That's it. So if I'm planning a 3-day backpacking trip, I'll pack 2 breakfasts, 3 lunches, 2 dinners, snacks to eat every 60 to 90 minutes while I'm hiking, 1 electrolyte packet per day, and usually a little dessert for camp each night. I don't count macros. I don't count calories. I count the days and the number of meals and snacks I'll need while I'm out there. Backpacking food doesn't need to be fancy to taste good. Honestly, when you've been hiking all day, almost everything tastes amazing out there. But the most important thing is bringing food you actually enjoy eating. Because if you don't want to eat it, it just becomes extra weight in your pack. Now that we've simplified the planning side of things, let's actually go to the grocery store and build a real 3-day backpacking meal plan together.
All right, we're back from the grocery store, and I've laid out everything I bought for a 3-day backpacking trip. Before we get into the details, I want to point out something. This entire meal plan costs the same as buying 3 freeze-dried dinners. This includes all the meals, snacks, desserts, and electrolytes for a 3-day trip, not just one meal. And if you want this exact meal plan plus a grocery list along with more food ideas, I've turned all of this into a free downloadable 3-day backpacking meal plan, which I've included a link for down in the description below. Let's start with day 1. Breakfast for this day is easy because I'll just eat at home before heading to the trailhead. For lunch, I'm doing a no-cook chicken salad with crackers. This uses a chicken salad pouch, a relish packet, and my favorite almond flour crackers. It's quick, simple, and costs $3.63. Then throughout the day, I'll snack while I'm hiking. I usually like to eat a little bit of food every hour or so just to keep my energy up. Today's snacks include 2 small beef sticks, pickle-flavored cashews, roasted almonds, dried mango, an Uncrustable, and an electrolyte packet. Snacks come out to $5. Dinner is barbecue pork mac and cheese. This is a pouch of barbecue pork mixed into a serving of mac and cheese with whole milk powder topped with some crispy dillies, which are pickle-flavored fried cucumbers. Total cost for this meal is $3.90. And because I'm a food-motivated hiker and morale food matters on trail to me, for dessert, I'm having strawberry shortcake, a super easy recipe inspired by Chef Corso. This one consists of 1 Twinkie, freeze-dried strawberries, a honey packet, and topped with almonds. Dessert comes out to $2.23. Total food cost for day 1 is $14.76. Day 2 starts with a simple oatmeal breakfast, instant oatmeal in a peanut butter packet topped with almonds. This one comes out to $1.36 per serving. Lunch is trail pizza, which is one of my favorite no-cook meals I make out on trail. This one consists of tortillas, salami, string cheese, and pizza sauce. I usually make 2 pizzas per lunch. This one is super easy, no cooking required, and costs $2.90 for 2 pizzas. For snacks, I'll keep them the same as day 1. It's important to consistently eat throughout the day while you're hiking so that you keep your energy stable and prevent any afternoon crashes. Snack total for the day is $5. Dinner tonight is a no-cook walking tamale bowl. This one consists of a walking tamale, a taco-flavored beef pouch, Fritos, and taco sauce. Total cost for this meal is $5.14. And yes, I'll have dessert after dinner, which is another strawberry shortcake with Twinkies for $2.23. Total cost for day 2 is $16.63. Day 3 is usually a shorter hiking day on most trips because you're heading back to the trailhead. Breakfast is oatmeal again for $1.36. Not sure if I'll stop for lunch, but if I do, I'll have peanut butter ramen, which is just a packet of ramen with peanut butter. This one might sound weird, but it's actually really good when you're tired and you've been hiking all day. It's quick and easy, and it only costs 78 cents. If I don't stop to have lunch on my last day out on trail, this meal can also be my backup emergency meal, just in case I'm running low on food. Snacks stay the same for today, which comes out to $5. And total food cost for day 3 is $7.14. So now let's add everything up. Day 1 is $14.76, day 2 is $16.63, and day 3 is $7.14. Total food cost for this 3-day trip is $38.53. Now let's compare that to store-bought freeze-dried meals. At outdoor retailers like REI, freeze-dried dinners usually cost anywhere between $12.50 and $15.95 for just one meal. So for the cost of 3 freeze-dried dinners, you could eat breakfast, lunch, dinner, dessert, all-day snacks, and electrolytes purchased from the grocery store for all 3 days of the trip. Grocery store food is easier to find, a little heavier, and great for shorter trips. Store-bought freeze-dried meals are lighter and convenient for longer trips, but they're absolutely not required and are considerably more expensive than food purchased in the grocery store.
Every time I make a video about grocery store backpacking food, someone always comments that the food is too processed or contains too much sodium. And that's a fair concern in everyday life. But backpacking is different. When you're hiking all day with a loaded pack, you're burning a lot of calories and you're probably sweating the entire time. Your body is actually losing sodium, so sodium isn't the bad guy here. Now, if you have dietary restrictions, medical considerations, or just prefer cooking your own food and want full control over the ingredients you use, that's where DIY backpacking food can be a really great option. And I have other videos here on my channel that go deeper into dehydrating, freeze drying, and making your own backpacking meals. But if your goal is to get outside for your first trip and you want to keep things simple, meal planning with food from the grocery store will be a really good option for you. Hydration is one of the most overlooked parts of backpacking nutrition. A lot of people think they're underfueled when actually they're underhydrated. If you've ever felt headachy, sluggish, irritable, anxious, or like your legs feel heavier than they should, you might actually be dehydrated. And here's the important part. Waiting until you're thirsty is too late because thirst is a lagging indicator. By the time you feel thirsty, you're already mildly dehydrated. This becomes even more important for women over 35. Hormonal shifts happening in our body can affect fluid balance, sodium regulation, heat tolerance, and recovery. Many of us have spent years being told to avoid sodium completely, but when you're hiking and sweating for hours, your body needs it. Some signs of dehydration include headaches, low energy, muscle cramping, salt cravings, and feeling drained even after eating. The good news is you don't need anything fancy. Electrolyte options like Element, Liquid IV, Noon tablets, and Gatorade packets can all be found in the grocery store. Or you can make your own electrolytes using water with just a pinch of salt and lemon. The key is to stay hydrated consistently. Start your day hydrated, sip water regularly, and add electrolytes to your water at least once a day on moderate trips.
All right, let's pack everything up in the food bag. And this is all the food for a 3-day backpacking trip. No fancy equipment, no spreadsheets, no complicated planning. Just simple fuel to keep you moving and enjoying your trip. Backpacking food doesn't need to be perfect. It just needs to work. Fuel for confidence, not perfection.
I'm curious, what's the one backpacking food item you brought on a trip once that you'll never bring again? Tell me down in the comments below. And if you'd like this exact 3-day meal plan as a printable checklist with cost estimates, I made one for you. You can download it for free using the link in the description below. If you like this video and got some value out of it, make sure to hit the like button. And don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel for new videos each week and hit that bell icon to get notified each time new videos are posted. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Happy trails and keep on trucking.